Hey, Lars Olson here with Arizona Travels. This is my podcast, which will be both a video and audio. You'll see it on YouTube and you'll see it on Spotify and probably Apple Podcasts. And this is kind of just an introduction to what the channel's about. It mainly covers my travels around Arizona and the neighboring area. Uh, both as a photographer, videographer, also includes a lot of my travels from ghost towns to smaller towns, tourist attractions throughout the state. And it also covers a fair amount of Burning Man, which I am involved with as my volunteer side gig, I guess you could call it. And also my journey into beginning to use Fuji uh, gear. This is still filmed on an iPhone. I have older videos that have many different things used from iPhone 13, 17s. Uh, Campmatic's little video camera that looks like an 8mm or still camera, and a variety of other techniques. But I decided I wanted a, both a filmic look on digital for both still and video. And the easiest way to go down that road uh, seem to be with Fujifilm gear, their film emulations, etc. This is, for those that are seeing this in video, my XM5 Fuji. Although I know it's for the still photographers, this is somewhat of a compromise because there's no eyepiece. It's only a very large screen, but it can be used for selfie, etc. So it's why I'm using it. And so far, it's been impressive in the video and still quality both. And the footage you'll see on my YouTube channel from the last couple of months since about mid-May probably will have mostly been filmed on Fuji, both the video and the stills. Uh, Initially, this isn't planned to be doing like constant interviews with guests, but there will probably be some. When the time arises, my frequency, don't know. I mean, it'll probably be more than once a month. Am I going to be able to keep the kind of pound of cranking out our podcasts every week for 52 weeks a year? Probably not. But you'll probably see 30-minute or so podcasts. And they'll probably be, I hope, at least twice a month. Uh, After I go somewhere and take pictures and video, I'll probably talk about the place, a little bit of my daily life. Uh, the photography, video, travel thing is all still kind of a hobby, kind of looking to slide it into a side paid gig for some still work and maybe even photos of Airbnbs and property and maybe even the occasional very small wedding, things like that, or people's art or fashion. Uh, it's kind of a collection of that. It's uh, like as I said, in the future there will probably be a handful of interviews from people who are in the Arizona Burning Man community, especially those that are connected with photography, making art, things of that nature. Uh, I still don't know how much content I'll be able to get. I would think at the end of the year we'll see if we have at least 26 30-minute episodes, hopefully with a few interviews. Uh, a lot of this started when I started my YouTube channel, Arizona Travels with Lars Olson. I was just initially doing it to record my travels uh, to places like Bisbee and Burning Man. And as the gear kind of moved up a little and it kind of expanded into doing more of these, a lot of little one day or overnight trips, and it just kind of kept growing. And there'll be some other video photography projects which I will be working on in the future. I will probably next year be doing work on a small 15-20 minute short movie, uh, kind of more of a documentary about the Arizona burner community. Uh, Hopefully something that I can enter into one of the local film festivals. Uh, all those things are work in progress, multitasking. I still have my, I want to call it a 9 to 5 job, but it's more like a 5:30 to 2 o'clock job. Early morning uh, warehouse operations, that bullshit crap. And I do a lot of things. I have people that I have to take care of, uh, but also traveling a lot on the road uh, by myself alone, including to most of my destinations. I'll soon be getting ready for this is the first episode for to make my trip again at the end of August up to Burning Man for a week up there to both work part of the time and attend the event. It's there'll probably be episodes that are going to be related to that journey. So, well, my plan is 1 or 2 episodes a month because of this trip to Burning Man. There'll probably be end up being 2 or 3 episodes during that week, especially at the beginning, the end, and maybe in the middle. Naturally, you'll see some other YouTube and Instagram video content. Uh, what else? I guess I would like to find more places which I will probably cover in the greater state of Arizona. Uh, Probably go back to Bisbee. I haven't been there in a long time. A lot of the other towns, Tombstone, uh, Jerome. I've done some stuff with Flagstaff. If you look at some of my previous footage on my YouTube channel, which is Arizona Travels with Lars Olson, there should be links in the description. Also, I have an Instagram, Lars Playa. The Playa name is because of the Playa at Burning Man. Uh, there's content there. It probably goes back 4 or 5 years. Uh, Most of the stuff that started appearing after May has been filmed on the Fujifilm Mirrorless XM5. It's doing a mix of both video and stills. Uh, Gives me a lot of options as far as video quality. Being able to just on the fly move between video, still images, black and white, color, and it's so far it's a pretty good performing camera. If you can get one like for around the grain with the basic kit lens, it's a fairly good combination. You're getting 26 megapixel images, APC sensor. It's not a full frame 35 millimeter, but you've also got 1080 video, 4K video, and a 6.2K open gate, which at some point I will probably use that for the short movie I'm going to make next spring. Uh, it's an interesting journey. I've been going to Burning Man since 2010. Uh, Not all of it's been recorded. Probably only the last half has been recorded. There's probably a few old images floating around somewhere that I may have on an old hard drive or something else on the cloud. And yeah, originally coming from Southern California area, spent time in Las Vegas and a few different parts of Arizona from Phoenix, Tempe, Mesa, and have visited a lot of towns in Arizona. Uh, I have a lot more, some of the old ones to go back to, which there wasn't much footage of. I will be going back and recording those, uh, narrating some of my podcasts will be kind of overviews of those towns I visited with more context. Uh, Naturally, this will be while it's a video podcast, as most people recommend, I will split off the audio portion so you can listen to it wherever you are. Uh, Trying to think of, I guess, more to say. I'm not really great at giving long speeches. I usually just dump everything at once and blurt everything in 1 minute and sit down. So this is a bit of a longer format with a lot of rambling and talking. Uh, like I said, there's the last couple of videos that you may see on my channel. They're of the Grand Canyon and Flagstaff, and that was a good trip. Did it all basically in 24 hours. Also Arizona. Uh, Proud of a lot of the night images I filmed in Flagstaff. That was good. Uh, Using custom settings on the camera, like Cinestill 800T. I set up for the custom settings on the Fuji for nighttime because it gives the look of cinema tungsten white balanced film, and yeah, it's works pretty well. Uh, Want to do some more tweaking to some of the daytime footage and color adjustments. It's details, but it's the iPhone does great. This is what I'm filming this on for these type of things, but there is realistically a limited dynamic range, even though it doesn't seem like it by using a small sensor and many times having to combine and stack a bunch of under and overexposed images to make one image. The stuff you see coming off my Fuji, those stills in that video, that's single images. It's not a stack of images combined to make one. Uh, it's the advantage of having a sensor like on my Fuji that's probably somewhere between 7 to 8 times the size of most smartphone sensors. Uh, there may be some next generation super smartphones with bigger sensors, but they'll be limited because nobody wants a piece of glass that looks like it covers half the back of their phone. So, by necessity and handiness, smartphones use small sensors. Uh, when you're looking at sensors that are sometimes not much bigger than your fingernail, there's a limit which you can get for performance. Uh, this is why I started doing a lot of this on Fuji gear. It just makes it a lot easier, better dynamic range in the darks and the lights, and depending on what lenses you put on, besides the kit lens, if you put a faster fixed focal length lens at night, it will give it good low light performance without dealing with flashes or having to combine images. You may have to goose the ISO up a little, there's virtual shutter speed, but it is what it is. Uh, like I said, yeah, there'll be trip footage, and this is kind of a companion piece. Uh, like I said, I've been going to Burning Man off and on since 2010. I'll be returning again this year in 26. Yeah, I just paused and realized I've been going for a while. Plus, we have all the Arizona regional events. Many states have their own small regionals that have like 1,000, 2,000 people instead of the 60,000 that are at the big event. Uh, it's in some respects a more intimate and more, yeah, it's a closer event with the local regionals where you've got 1,200 people on 40 acres versus 60, 80,000 on spread out across many thousands of acres. Uh, but there's the spectacle of just the size and scale of the main event, which is still hard to meet with any other kind of event. Uh, like I said, I've been around, involved with it for a bit. Uh, my role working there is fairly minor role. I work for the burn permit department, one of the quad leads, so we help stop people from getting too close to when we decide to burn big art pieces or the man itself or anything like that. So we watch and keep an eye and kind of form a loose human chain around the structures. And I'm one of like 4 leads, plus there's at least 2 or 3 ringleaders, or which I might call supervisors on site. And yeah, it's a complicated journey. Uh, there's more things I'd like to do, more places I'd like to see. I'd like to also be traveling with somebody else, obviously, but with everything else in my life, it's been a lot of solo travels for years, and it probably will be. Uh, it's a journey. Uh, the future of it, this will probably be dropping, I don't know, around maybe August 24th, 25th. There might be another one that drops a day or two after that, about the time I get ready to pull out to Burning Man. And there'll probably be one en route or one there, and probably one when I get back. We'll see if I can keep up with this schedule. It's hard to keep rambling to a camera when it's just a camera. Uh, yeah, it adventures and getting into podcasting. I'm used to just holding the camera and watching the action and doing a 30-second intro, and then the next 10 minutes of footage is everyone else, not me in it. Uh, some of my new videos, because I'm using a mic, I will probably start doing a little more voice narration on some scenes. Uh, Not to get in the way too much, just to add a little context and information to the videos. Uh, like I said, a lot more coming soon over the next few months. Uh, Hopefully this works out so I can get to at least maybe 2 a month average over the course of a year, if I can keep it going for a year. Uh, like, subscribe. There's going to be links to my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Also, I do have an Etsy store, Arizona Travels by Lars. Should be able to find it on Etsy, or I do sell prints of some of my work, some of the pictures I've taken over the last few months. There'll be slowly more images getting added, so stop on by, buy it as little something to put on your wall or as a gift. Images of the Grand Canyon, Tilbury Castle, uh, Flagstaff, Phoenix, scattered in there. Some of it cityscape shots, some of it street shots, some of it scenic shots. Uh, anyway, drop a comment. Let me know what you think of this. For those that are already watching the channel, uh, let me know. And for those who may have just today just stumbled onto the podcast, didn't know it was here. Like I said, photography, travel, video, uh, Burning Man, all those elements kind of will be touched on and off, some on episodes exclusively on one, some more on another, and some will ramble on like this. See you guys around, and I'll see you soon on the next video. Laters.